prove that tangent of theta minus pi over 4 is equal to a given expression. We can see that there is tangent of a difference on the left hand side, and we know that there is a formula for tangent of a difference. It is given in data booklet, and using it we can rewrite the left hand side as tangent of theta minus pi over 4 becomes tangent of theta, and you can see the same sign, so minus tangent of pi over 4 divided by 1 plus, you can see that there must be the opposite sign, and tangent of theta multiplied by tangent of pi over 4. Tangent of pi over 4, it's tangent of 45 degrees, it's 1. So it's tangent, it becomes tangent of theta minus 1 plus tangent of theta. And we need it to be in terms of double angle, and you can see that to get a sine of 2 theta and cosine of 2 theta, there should be sine cosine, so definitely we can represent tangent as sine divided by cosine to get in terms of sine cosine, so it becomes sine over cosine minus 1 divided by 1 plus sine over cosine. And then we can do what? We can make common denominators in the numerator and in the denominator, or it's the same as to multiply every term in the numerator and every term in the denominator by cosine to get sine minus cosine divided by cosine plus sine. And you can see that there must be cosine of 2 theta in the denominator, and cosine of 2 theta is cosine squared minus sine squared, but there is cosine plus sine only, and if we multiply numerator and denominator by cosine minus sine, you can see that a formula a minus b times a plus b, which is what? A squared minus b squared, arises in the denominator, and cosine squared minus sine squared, it's what? It's cosine of 2 theta is required. So it becomes cosine squared minus sine squared in the denominator. And what about the numerator? Definitely we need expand it, and we can multiply each by each, or we can factor out minus or negative 1, for example, from the second, to get minus sine minus cosine multiplied by sine minus cosine, which is just squared, and it becomes cosine of 2 theta in the denominator, and sine minus cosine squared, it's what? It's sine squared, and together with this minus it becomes negative sine squared minus 2 sine cosine, and together with minus it's plus 2 sine cosine, and plus cosine squared with minus it's minus cosine squared of theta, and it becomes cosine of 2 theta in the denominator, and 2 sine cosine is what? It's sine of 2 theta, and minus, you can factor out minus, so it becomes sine squared plus cosine squared, which is what? It's just 1. It's the main trigonometric identity. A formula is given in a data booklet, so it's just 1. So finally we get sine of 2 theta minus 1 divided by cosine of 2 theta as required. The next, so sine of x minus 1 divided by cosine of x is root of 3. And we can see that we can use the previous result, and x, it's like 2 theta, hence it becomes what? Tangent of x over 2 minus pi over 4. So it becomes tangent of x over 2 minus pi over 4 and is equal to root of 3. And how to solve tangent is some value. We just use a formula. Argument x over 2 minus pi over 4 is equal to arctan of this value of root of 3 and plus pi k. K is any integer and it's the general solution. And then we need just solve for x. Arctan of root of 3, it's what? It's 60 degrees or pi over 3. Tangent, it's how to remember tangent, it's sine over cosine, and to get root 3, sine should be root 3 over 2 and cosine is just a half, and sine to be root 3 over 2, it's 60 degrees. So it becomes pi over 3, and this negative or minus pi over 4 to the right, it becomes plus pi over 4 and x over 2 on the left hand side and plus pi k. Pi over 3 plus pi over 4, it's what? Common denominator, it's 12. 4 pi plus 3 pi, it's 7 pi plus pi k, x over 2. And finally, just multiply each term by 2 to get x is 7 pi over 6 plus 2 pi k. And then we need x to be greater or equal than 0 and less or equal than 2 pi. And since k is any integer, 0, 1, 2 and so on, and also in negative direction, negative 1, negative 2, when k is 0, we can see that x is 7 pi over 6. It's from a given region, from 0 to 2 pi. And when k is negative, for example, negative 1, definitely x is negative, so such x values will not be from the required region. So there are no solutions for k to be negative. When k is 1, we get 2 pi plus something, definitely is greater than 2 pi, so there are no solutions for k 1 or greater. So there is only one solution. X is 7 pi over 6, and that's all for this question.